My name is Donna Henry. I work for HF Sinclair. We're a petrochemical giant in North America. I am the category specialist for base oils, white oils, and process oils. My background, I am a marketer at heart. I fell into marketing more than 25 years ago. I'm originally from South Africa. I was head of marketing for the South African Broadcast Corporation. Came over to Canada and I got involved with HF Sinclair, which was a treat for me because it was taking me out of my comfort zone. I do marketing operations across the globe. So we operate in, of course, North America, so Canada and US, but we also have offices in Amsterdam and Europe, Asia. So I ensure that marketing operations for my segments, which is base oils, process oils, and I touch into white oils, but I'm taking my hands off it. So I'm handing it over to my colleague. So base oils and process oils. The challenge was we were launching a new brand out to the market. It was not a new product in the industry, but it was a new product for us. And we were the second largest supplier of this product in North America. One of the things not being new to, we were new to the market with our product, but the product wasn't new. So it was one of those things that we wanted to wow when we launched. So the product launch needed to be a wow. There had to have been a wow factor. And of course, everything within marketing you do is an integrated marketing approach. So from our adverts or our video to our customer communication needed to be integrated and it needed to each have its own wow factor. So when I was posed with this to come up with a plan and the various tactics, one of the ideas was to come up with this customer communication box. So I had done one prior to this when I was in South Africa. And of course, the problem that I had was I needed to establish myself within this market. And being on the other side of the globe, I didn't have service providers that I could rely on. So when I did a rough search, so well done to PrintAVision for your SEO is working. So I was able to get your company details I think I had 5 company details. And the thing that made me go with PrintAVision, not only was your price fantastic, but you added an extra into the box. So it was down to the two of you, and I had received both boxes, and your box had an HF Sinclair advert in it. So not only did you take time to research the company that I was from, but you added in an advert that you knew would resonate with me, which told me that the attention to detail was exactly what I was looking for. You were a partner I was able to partner with in creating that wow factor. I think you guys offer a really slick and professional service. For me, that was key, as I said, not being familiar with the service provider. So you're always taking a risk. And I had nothing but open communication, constant communication. I thought Jen was really effective at her job, and I was pleased to work with her. So we started off, and of course, you guys did a first run for us. You did a demo box for us. So when we had done that, it didn't look as great as I would have liked. And Jen sensed that. And she gave me some tips in which would make the box actually pop. So we did like some spot UV. And that was all suggestions that came from her. Lightening up the box because I explained to her that it was a little bit dark. I wasn't happy with the first round. And the turnaround time, so I had some apprehensions. I was so concerned with you guys being all the way in Florida and your service provider being all the way in, I think it was Japan or Taiwan or something like that, another country. And I was so concerned. And Jen, the thing I find is if we don't get communication, we get flustered. And Jen was open and she communicated. And I think that really took a lot of my pressure away. Her suggestions allowed my box to pop. It was everything. And in fact, one of the things that I really, really appreciated was your service provider. And I think it's your service provider or your partner or your office in the other facility did a video. So when the box is ready, they did a video for us of showing us what the box looks like, because we couldn't get the box right away. And I needed to give the okay in order for them to go into production. So that also really helps. Everybody watching, we're looking for a service provider. I would definitely A-rate. If there was 10, if there was 5 stars, I would give it to PrintAVision. Just because they were incredibly supportive. They took the time to understand my needs and went above and beyond to ensure that everything was perfect. The attention to detail and commitment in delivering on time, in fact, delivering earlier than I expected, really made the difference. And I'm not making it up. Like, that's the best part. One of the things, these boxes we used as our customer communication box in our launch. And the one thing when we got to our show, so we had different tactics. As I said, we took an integrated approach, but we had issued these to potential clients, so prospects and existing clients. And we then went to a show to launch the products. And when we got there, a lot of the clients or the potential clients were actually there. And I had a couple actually come up to the booth and say, I got a box and oh my gosh, is it lovely? So it definitely, there was talkability in the industry on those boxes. And it was nice that it created that awareness that they could actually find the booth and come over to talk to us.